Hello everyone and welcome back to World of Mike. Just going to sort out that rotation there. We now have the next instalment of Build the Eddie Stobart issue number 15. We have been a little bit delayed on this because we had a problem with the previous issue, which I will go into in a couple of minutes time. In here we've got the cab tilting crank and supports, and it looks really good. With the crank tilting and supports there. So obviously we're going to be putting the left hand under cab support arms, a couple of arms. We're going to put the position in the crank, and then we're going to be putting the straight section of the crankshaft on as well, and then the crank holders there. I do apologise if I've got blue paint on me, but I have been working on the Room Master restoration, as you can see there. This is just a prototype. It needs a couple more coats on there at the moment, but yeah, that's what I've been doing, which is why I'm covered in paint. I've been doing that, and then obviously on here, at the ends of here, we're going to have these two little clips, I suspect, which go here and here, which are the inside of the tabs there, and it will look something like that. Then coming up in next week's issue, which is now this week because I'm filming this delayed, we're going back to a passenger seat, so basically doing another seat. So let's just talk about issue 14 first of all before we go any further. Now, as you can see, I had a bit of a problem with this issue, and it's all to do with these pedals. Now, after watching obviously a couple of channels as well, you know, with Fleetwood J, very pointed out that apparently these pedals are supposed to be round the other way. They've got them wrong or something within Harshette, and it actually works better, as he says in his video. The black pedal, as you can see, I've now sorted out the problem here. It turns out the switch, as you can see there, it had to go much further down into the canal section, so I've got some nose pliers and got that in. I've swapped the pedals over, and as you can see, you can hear that click now, so it makes a good nice connection with that switch. And it turns out that apparently this is a cock-up. So the silver is supposed to be where the black is, and the black is supposed to be where the silver, or the other way round. But basically, where they direct us to put the silver there and the black here, it's actually black there and silver here, because it makes a much more better connection. Obviously, the only other update is obviously I wasn't able to salvage the pin here that I tried to glue and it snapped off. I'm happy with that. As you can see, it's going to be, you know, it's not going to be operational, so I will be, you know, I'm happy that that is like that. I'm not happy that it's broke, but I don't really want to go down the route of getting another whole issue 14 just for the purposes of a silver pedal. That's could be quite expensive, 10 quid just for that. So I'm happy for that to just stay there. It's not going to be doing anything, but now that we've got this pedal fix, it means that we can crack on with issue number 15. So the parts that we've got in this issue is this part here, as you can see. We've got support arms, we've got cranks and more DPO screws, so I'm going to get these out of here. So yeah, moving forward, if we've got a problem with a part, we need to get that fixed first before we move on. And I always check the issues now. Whenever I get them in the newsagents, I check them before I buy them, because as you know, the one of these things here was snapped when I picked it up. So I always make sure that we've got it all in nice working order. And at the time of filming this, tomorrow is an exciting day, because tomorrow for many builders across the UK, we've got our next issue of the Titanic that is going to be launched, which is going to be issue 2, I believe. Now these, we're going to be working on these sections here, and apparently these are marked L and right. So this one here has got L on it, and then this part over here has got the R on it. They look like plastic, they feel plastic, so I'm assuming they're plastic, so that's that. So first things first, what we're going to be doing is we're going to get the left hand support cab, which looks like it goes on this side, which is with this little tab here, and this is the left side, So we need to get the one that has the L on it, which is this part here. That wire will just feed, I think it will feed somewhere there for it to make a contact, as you can see. And what we need to do is the longer side droops down that part, and then the sort of triangle side feeds up at the top. We've got a hole there and a hole there, and basically that's going to slit over the top there, and then we've also got a hole just up the bottom, just up the top there, sorry. So it's going to slot like that, and that's going to go into there like so. They're going to be secured in with 18x4mm screws. Again, this says, I think we're going to have this nearly every issue, but this says DPO2, so I'm assuming they mean DPO2. I think they're going to have we're going to have this labelling issue nearly every issue now. So yeah. The other thing is, this video is delayed because we're having some technical problems trying to get the videos up. Obviously ladder 9 was late going up, so it's obviously pushed it out of sequence a bit. So I do apologise about that, but you know, we'll try and get them up as best as we can there. Let's just screw that down a little bit more. Not happy with that screwdriver, I'm just going to change that. Just move that around a bit. Screw this one in. Yeah, that's a better fit. Got to be so careful with plastic, because one, the slightest overturn and you can, you know, misthread it. So that's the first screw. It looks as if we put the next screw into there. This one only seems to have 2 screw holes. I can't see any indication of one going through here, but obviously the diagram shows here that you've got like 3 holes, but as you can see these only have 2 in it. So I can see this having a lot of problems in this build. Already we've got a screw problem, and I'm just going to get my magnetizer. And yeah, we've now got the problem of them showing us that we've got a 3rd hole when we haven't. But this one goes down there. Can you see that down there? So it goes into this little hole in the flooring. So that's that. I don't know what that is, but we're getting some sort of mark or something on there. But that looks pretty damn cool. I'm pretty happy with that. So that's gone on there really nice and tight. And now the next thing what we need to do is do exactly the same over the other side, and that's going to go in. See, this one has 3 holes in it, so that's quite interesting. They want the wire sort of past this towards the inside of this console section, and that one's going to go into there like that. Yeah. But obviously make sure you've got clearance of that wire. So yeah. So yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. We've looks like we've already got a screw through there, but it actually, yeah, it covers. That's quite groovy. It covers that screw hole, and then we pull it into that one. How cool is that? That wire's gonna get in my way, but yeah. Okay, let's turn this over and get this in. So this little screw down here near the gear stick, this hole that I was telling you about, is where is what fills up that little hole. So that I'm really happy with that. Always try to go beyond the boundary, but this one, oh, I see, right, the other 3rd hole up here, the magazine was right, it goes into the top of here. That's why I didn't see that. Right, okay, that's fine. We'll go back over that once we've secured this little support arm in. Right, that's what confused me. That explains it now. And obviously when you've got parts like this, it's always best to use a screwdriver with a longer shaft on it, like this one here. I think this one came from the X-Wing build, but it's easier rather than, as you can see, my hand's bashing at the top of this section here. So it's always easier to use one with a longer shaft on it. We've then got to do two at the top. I think this is going to just, you can see that this has got the weight behind it now for it to tilt, and then as you can see, one goes in at the top up here. Whoops. I hate when the screws do that. So yeah, I'm really pleased that we managed to sort out that pedal problem, because we had to get that fixed. If we don't fix that, we won't have lights. So that's the main thing here. And then we've got another one, another screw by the looks of it, that we skew into that top one over there. That's great. And can you see the difference? It's much better, you know, when we've got a problem with an issue, we fix it before we move on. I just wish I did that with the Spitfire, and that's why I'm just, it's all over the place. It wasn't the best filmed, you know, in terms of, you know, trying to bypass issues that had a problem. It's easier just to hold back and then go from that. But as you can see, that's all them tickety-boo. I really love the way this red, green and black goes so well together. It's absolutely superb. So once we've done that, the next step is to get this crank holder, which looks like that. And it says to push the tabs on each flange of the holder into the slots. So apparently, there's a hole through here, see that little hole? And then there's another hole through there. As you can see, these have got like little two grip hook things, like two little holes, and you can move that with a little bit of play. But basically, they're gonna go into them little holes. So we've got a hole there. So that's my battery warning coming up. We've also got, where's that little hole? Oh, this is very high tech, isn't it? Ooh. Looks like that goes there, but doesn't seem to let me put it in that thing. Interesting. So yeah, that's basically how it wants us to look, but this side is not letting me do it, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. But yeah, we've definitely got it on the right way, because that one don't have one, but can't go that way. It's definitely this way, but it's not liking it. That has to go in that hole, so why? There we go, it needed a push. Right, haha, brilliant. Okay, so then theoretically, if we push it, I always get nervous with bits like this because I don't like to. Right, yeah, that's what we want, and then it's got like some tilt mechanism. There is a little slot under here, but it just rests above that slot, so we've got that now moving, which is brilliant. And then the next part, what we need to do is we've got these two sort of tab parts here. It looks like we've got like little tab things that sit over the back here. I'm just going to check that. Yeah. So these are sort of like the crank holders. So I'm assuming one goes there. Whoops. One goes over. Whoops. We will get this on. One goes over the top of there. And then one goes over there. But obviously they're very loose at the moment, so I'm not really understanding what the purpose of them are for, unless do they attach onto that bar thing? I don't know, but yeah, I'm a little bit unsure what these little hook things are supposed to be doing. As you can see, they've got them there and there. It looks like they fit. I get the impression they fit over that little panel thing there. There's like a little panel thing. Ah, yes, it does. Right, got ya. I was going to say they look too loose otherwise. So, oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, and then what happens is, ta-da! So I'm assuming what will happen is something will click onto that and then it flips it up like that. But that was a really lovely issue. I really enjoyed that. So I hope you liked that video. Please remember to like, share and subscribe and click the bell notification. Really happy that I've done that. When you're doing builds, it's always keep checking your parts before, because once this is knuckled down, you know, and everything's on it, you're gonna have to get to that. If you've got a problem, you've got to strip it all off to get to it. But yeah, that's a really lovely issue, and I'm really pleased that we've now got over this little hurdle here, and with this switch problem, and now we've got it all back, all lovely jubbly. So that's it for issue number 15 of Build Your Own Eddie Stobart. Coming up next time is going to be issue 16. I just want to make an announcement that I don't know whether this will be weekly anymore for me. I will still get it weekly, but what I mean is the schedule is getting a little bit leading up to doubles again, because the Vasa has just arrived. Obviously, I've got to try and fit in Night Binder. I will try and keep Eddie weekly where possible, but it may have to go fortnightly on the schedule for a minute just to keep. Rather than do doubles, what I want to do is, if we've got a few extra builds that we need to try and fit in, rather than push them builds back or do doubles, we might alternate. It's a 1 week Eddie, 1 week Vasa, 1 week Eddie, 1 week Vasa, you know, like we do with the diamond paintings. We'll see how it goes. But that is it. I really enjoyed that issue. Hope you liked that video. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Just under 20 minutes that video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.